Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck, my friends. We are covering a Kaldheim Championship deck, Abzan Midrange. So I'm super excited to cover this one here today. It is by Wuhao Mac. I probably screwed that up and I apologize, my friend. But very excited to be, like I said, checking this one out. It's a unique deck. I think it's a one of for the current championship games here. So wanted to dive into it here today for you Planeswalkers and bring you this top deck because it's something unique, something cool, and something we're going to have fun with. So with that, we do have a lot going on. If you have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. Feel free to hop in the Discord server. That information is in the details. And additionally, you can check out the timestamps while you're down there, where we will talk about the deck list strategy here. We'll cover the sideboard for best of 3, and then we're going to play some competitive Magic in both best of 1 and best of 3 Mythic here today. And we'll close it all out with where this may sit in today's meta, my friends. So let's see how it goes here. Super pumped, like I said. And as always, Planeswalkers, I truly appreciate your support. Please feel free to flip me a like or support the channel in many other ways down below in the description. So let's go ahead. This is what you guys came here for, Abzan Midrange. So what is this deck all about? Well, first off, it is a mid-range deck. So it's all about controlling the early game, getting into more of the mid game, and then having opportunity to gain board control or move into late game and kind of finish things off. So what we see here is going to be direct answers or ability to go find things in the early game, which is what we got going on with Charming Prince, lots of kill spells, tackling things with Skyclave Apparition by taking them off the board. Great spell here for us. Additionally, we can use Charming Prince to blanket, so a lot of people forget that as well. Additionally, then we go and we have our lovely Archon of Sun's Grace here, and then lots of things to support that in various spots here in the deck. So very excited about this. We got Yorion, Sky Nomad to do some blanking as well. We get Birth of Melodies to feed Archon of Sun's Grace, Binding Old Gods as well, and then we got Ezika's Chariot here. Ezika's, I'm probably killing that too. But when this enters, we get two green cat token creatures, and whenever it attacks, we can create a token that's a copy of a target token we already control. So very awesome. Don't forget at the top, and this one's always a nice play, Emeria's Call, making the 4/4 white angels, everything else indestructible. So very excited about this. Additionally, we got Doomscar to wipe the board. We got Extinction Event to wipe the board. You can always use Shatter Skull too, Shatter Sky. A lot of people forget that. It's weird that we don't see that as much actually, which is interesting. But the exile is very important as well. So big things to call out here in terms of the main board. Very excited to play this one. Again, strategies about locking down the early game, moving to that mid-range game, gaining that momentum, taking things over. A lot of it's kind of chip damage, but the chip damage does get to be some bigger creatures there, so don't forget that. Now, last but not least, next we'll move into how we're going to board for our best of 3. So we'll do this in terms of aggro, mid-range, and late game matchups. A fairly straightforward board here, which is nice. So specifically for this, when we talk about aggro, these are going to be things like mono red, mono white, Boros. Additionally, my friends, some of the Naya decks and Gruul aggro. This is very well positioned actually against the early game because we got a lot of things to move off of. If they are running adventure decks, you're going to flip in Archon of Emeria. If they're running snow, we'll flip this in, or a bunch of token decks. And then additionally, if they're running white, you'll flip this in. Now, Tormod's Crypt is going to be here for cycle decks or rogues decks in particular, so I wanted to call that out. And then when we move off of aggro into mid-range, you got the Gruul aggro like we talked about. We got the other Naya decks, tokens. You also have Fury and Toskies as well. And then additionally, you get some of the sacrifice decks in that space, Rakdos and Jund. And then we also get the traditional Rakdos mid-range and a few others in that area, like an Is It Tempo deck. There in those specifically, again, not running mono white, so we're not going to play that unless you need to worry about the top end. You could play this, but most likely not going to be a big one. Archon of Emeria maybe, and then Tormod's Crypt again on the graveyard plays if you need to with the sacrifice decks or mid range. then we'll move over into the late game decks. These are more the Temur Ultimatum, Sultai Ultimatum, additionally Doom decks. Obviously we have the mirror here for mid-range, and then also Esper decks, which are the Doom decks and 4 colors. So and you might run into the Fabled deck, Azor's Fable, and other control decks as well. Particularly there, your big one's really going to be Redain. It might be Archon of Emeria to slow down some of the cast. And then what we should talk about is what we're going to move out. In particular, from my perspective, what I would look to move out is Elspeth Conquers Death, if you're not really going to hit anything there. Additionally, if you're looking to remove things off the board or creature base, we will keep Extinction Event and Doomscar. If we don't, then we'll move more creatures in. So that's the big one to kind of think about in terms of what you're going to pull off. Additionally, Eliminate and Heartless Act, similar for the late game. So keep those things in mind in terms of removal. Otherwise, they might end up being slightly dead cards in your hand. And then last but not least, for some of those aggro decks, we'll then begin to think about changing up some of our creatures. Potentially, again, you want to make sure you keep removing the board. This is pretty strong against aggro, so not too many changes, minus a couple creatures you'll flip in to protect yourself. Yorion Sky Nomad might be something you might remove. You might go a little less on Azika Chariot, or you might kind of thin things out there as well. The life gain is going to be nice though against aggro, so lots of considerations there, my friends. So that is the aggro mid-range late game lineup here. This is Abzan Midrange. Super excited about this one. Like I said, it is being played in the Kaldheim Championship Standard Tournament. Who Mac, like I said, probably butchered that, but very excited to see how this deck plays out. So wanted to do a preemptive here on this one today, and looking forward to diving into some competitive magic here now. So let's go ahead and do that, my friends, and move forward with this deck. We'll play both best of one, like I said, traditional standard rank. There's the Esper Gyruda deck. Keep an eye out for that one, my friends, or check it out. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna play Esper Gyruda in our first one. We'll do that first, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we will keep this. You guys get a surprise match of Esper Gyruda, because I'm not just going to pitch my competitive match. Ooh, we can do that. Let's do this. We'll do this. Let's see what they're going to let me pull off here. We'll go Port of Carfell next turn. And let me move this. Goodbye, Snowland. Now we have plenty of plays here. Turn 3 of the play might be bringing Gyruda over too, so we can't forget that. So turn 3 is not doing that. Now we're going to do this. We'll do this. And now that we got Thassa, we got a better turn 4 too. Because we just keep popping Acquisitions Expert with Thassa. Ooh, so we could also do 2/2s. So I like this first though. So now we'll get tons of value here. It's going to force them. There we go. It's going to force them to continue to play quick. So hopefully we can hit a land, and then we can get our buddy here. We'll take the damage. There we go. Just what we needed. We could play Sky Cleric here too. Or we could pull Gyruda over and bank on a land. Let's do that. So they need 2 cards to make it happen. We'll let this hit. All right, so we can take everything off their board now, hopefully. Ooh, there we go. So we can do a couple things. We can tap down there too. A lot of people forget about that. We're gonna do... We don't have anything where we can do more than that. So we want to thin. They could top deck something though. But we want to do this. Let's grab a blue. We'll keep that back. And we'll keep thinning. So we'll block on the Rimrock. As long as they didn't top deck a Cleave, we'll be okay. There we go. Let's go with black. And let's have some fun. Let's let it roll. Oh, sharp Reagan. Sharper Egan. Dragon. Boom! We did it! See? That's why we stay. So, this is a pretty fun deck. You guys will absolutely have to check it out. But you came for some fun. We're going to go play the Abzan Midrange deck now. So, depending on how much time I got here, I'll have to keep an eye on the clock. We'll see if we get through 3 best of ones. But hope you guys enjoyed that one. You should absolutely check out the deck, which it may or may not be posted before I post this one. So let's go ahead now. We're going to go back into standard ranked. We're going to get off the Esper Gyruda blank deck because it's fun. But we're going to go play our Abzan Midrange here in best of 1. So lots of stuff that we have going on. Now, Planeswalkers, appreciate your support as always. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. If the little mix up there on today's match made your day, because we're not perfect and we are human. So now gas it is. At this point, we've talked about the best of 1. We talked about the best of 3 sideboard, how we're going to play. This is going to be probably a Sultai deck. We will go first. This will be a tricky match for us, but we're going to give it a run, because that's what we do. I will take that. Earn 2 play to go look for some stuff. Scry 2. Ooh, we'll grab 1 land. Now we can use our Fabled Passage to go grab. Oh, I do like that. I don't think that's going to be as good here though, but we'll find out. Go grab our green. We'll pull our Yorion over. Oh, what are you doing? Hard counter. I don't know. We'll play this. We'll get that guy off the board. We can blink, so we can blink our guy, which will give him a 2/2, which I'm fine with. But let's keep getting everything off the board. And again, we can blank everything with Yorion if we want as well. Now we can get in the double Yorion loop here in a second. But we just got to figure out how we want to play that. Take one of those off. Little thin, drop Yorion. Now they're gonna be good here on Ultimatum, which I feel like this is not the best deck against that, but we'll find out. Yeah. This doesn't have any counters to this deck. This was the one thing that I was worried about, but we'll see here. What do you want to go? We can get rid of that. We'll give him a turn. As long as they don't have a counter here, we'll be okay, or an ultimatum. Let's flip in that. Get that guy off the board. Now, we have a few things we can play here. We can play the Chariot. We got Heartless Act. These ultimatums are so brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Let's see, which way is that? Oh, 1 second. We got it. All right. What do we want to get rid of this time? Let's do the same thing. Same thing.
Trickery is just a hobby. Chaos is.
They have lethal. We'll let them finish this off, though. Bomber. I was worried about this deck in terms of that matchup. So we'll see. There's a lot of Sultai in the championship here that matched. If you guys watched the metagame Friday night meta that we did yesterday. So keep an eye on that. Let's go into our next matchup line with this one and see how it goes. So Sultai Ultimatum is certainly a big one that you're going to face in the meta. I think this one does really well probably against the aggro midrange. So hopefully we can hit one of those today. We got Astros here. All right, I can keep this. We will do so. We got plenty of plays here. Ooh. Let's keep that. A lot of times we just want to make sure. All right, so we got a Jeskai deck. Grab that one just in case. It's probably Luca. Transmog cheater deck. It's gonna be my guess. That is certainly what it looks like. So probably a counterspell. Draw. We'll try and remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need one more there. Still looking like a cheat deck. We'll see though. Can't target the Omen because they just crack it. Yeah. Turns deck. All right. We're gonna play it now. That's fine. We're gonna have to hang on to Doomscar in case they got some bigger stuff at the top end though. Not gonna do anything. Let's do this. We'll see if we can get this on the board. They gotta counter that. I would expect. There it is. That's out of the way now. And we're tapped out. They can main play Elrunes now. Oh my gosh. We're literally just gonna have to play something because we're gonna have to pitch our hand. Oh, this works. Very slow game.
Compassion and understanding. Above all else, to open the mind, you must first.
All right, we'll see if we can pop off two of these bad boys. Ooh, we can't. We can't. Painful. We'll try it. They're gonna have to. They're counter it though, for sure. Oh no! Wow.
Return to my training.
A little surprised on that one, actually. That works. Oh, we need an Archon. Let's go grab something. Let's grab another green. Wow, we got plenty there. It's not enough. 1, 2, 3. I think we do want to get that on the board. Oh, I need Arkan. Arkan's going to be the guy that's going to bring us back.
Honor the past by bringing its traditions into the future. Breathe in, exhale.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
This is so irritating.
Not the right loop we needed. $29.56.
Let me help you practice.
Let's hope they don't have a hard counter here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to get Narset off.
To open the heart.
Not bad. Now we can clip it though.
Even masters make mistakes.
They might burn me down with ultimatums. They can hit 2 in a row here. Close to it. Ouch. There we go. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hit any value. Oh boy. It's not like it matters. I got to get that thing off the board anyway. All right, that's a good game. We are going to concede a long match. So oddly enough, we hit 2 weird decks for this deck, which makes sense. It happens. So let's go ahead now. We've played 3 best of 1, 2 with this deck, 1 with another fun deck. We're gonna go play our best of 3 match here now. See if that does any better for us. So we'll get off the Esper Gyruda deck. We'll play the Abzan Midrange deck. So far, my inclination is just given, unless you're hitting those aggro decks, this deck is not gonna hold up well. Late game stuff, it's not lining up okay against so far. Ultimatum's not going to be good, and any counter decks, it doesn't seem too strong. So we'll play first here. We can keep this, but we'll see. I will also keep Yorion. Mono red snow it is. So here we go. This might be a better match. We'll find out pretty quick. We need to hit kill spells, and we need to hit lands. So we can take both of these. Well, I like that one, but we need a land. I almost feel like we actually move both these. Sounds kind of crazy, but I will do that. Because I can get to Chariot, we'll be okay. There we go. Do another Yorion. I'm gonna leave that. We already got one. Oh, there we go. I do feel like we do this. Crew this guy. Get that guy off. We'll see if they trade. If they do, we'll be okay. All right, here we go. Boom! There, we hit the aggro deck. Love it. All right. Next, what do we want to do? This one's okay, because that makes their lands come in tapped. We still got everything that we need here, though. I still like this, like I said, against the pure aggro stuff. That would be the only consideration I would make at the 3-drop slot, which I'll add 2 of those. And I may back off 1 of those, and lands 32. We'll back out 1 land. Well, that's not the one we want to back out. This one. Okay. There we go. All right, Planeswalkers. Let's see what we can do here. Hawaiian Mango. As always, Planeswalkers, appreciate your support. Great ways to do that down below in the description. Feel free to hop in the Discord server if you got questions or comments. Let me know as well. Love to hear from you. Hope you guys are enjoying today's matches. And the blooper with the Esper Gyruda deck. Oof. We'll keep it though. It's got all kill spells, so I can live with that. Robber's gonna be a problem. No, what are you doing, my friend? Uh-oh. Timed out. There they go. Oh! That one hurts. That one does hurt. We'll wait to see what they play. Uh-oh. Hawaiian Mango. Playing it slow. Vortex, that's fine. Binding the Old Gods is going to be the key for the Vortex. We'll take the pings. They're going to have to pay 1 too, just to not let us gain the 2 life. Hawaiian Mango, what is going on? You are hitting some network problems, my friend. Oh, where are you going? Dun dun dun. There we go. Now, that is a problem for us, that we got all these planes now. Woo! That's going to be interesting. I'm going to pull this now. There you go. We will certainly get everything that we need here. One, two, three, four, five. They forgot their faceless, which is good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll wait. Well, actually, if I just put this guy on the board, probably be just fine. Oh. There we go. We are currently ahead. We're good. Best of 3. There we go, my friends. Worked out exactly like we thought. We hit an aggro deck. We figured it was going to do work. It did work. So it's the late game decks for this one. Just does not excel like we talked about. Very, very fun nonetheless. getting the right mana base is important there. We still played through it and made it work, which was really nice. So let's go ahead and check out today's Abzan midrange deck. Again, this is a Kaldheim Championship deck from Standard by How Map. Again, apologies, I probably butchered it. Super fun, very efficient. Again, on the sideboarding, like we talked about. One of the things that you could consider too even is turn this into that 4-color Doom deck, but very, very interesting nonetheless. Well covered against the early game, mid-range type games. Late game is where you're going to suffer against some of those Ultimatum decks, but it certainly can play with them. You just got to go kind of quick. So with that, Planeswalkers, in terms of today, we did accidentally play that Gyruda deck, but we'll take it. So you guys can check that video out. And then additionally, we did go 0-2 in best of 1 with this deck, but then we did come back with our best of 3 and take it home against a mono red aggro deck, so that was very nice. Overall, where does this one fit? Honestly, I think it's probably on the lower end of tier 2 for best of 1. When you do hit some of those aggro decks, it will work. But we did happen to hit some kind of weird matchups today with this one, but it happens. Probably lower end of tier 2 though, still nonetheless. And then additionally, when we look at best of 3, I would actually say probably something similar. I think the 4-color Doom deck is slightly stronger than this because having that lock-in value over time is very strong. But again, very fun deck, very interesting deck nonetheless. So really enjoyed it today. Hope you guys did as well. Again, questions or comments, let me know down below. Feel free to hop into the Discord server. Again, that is in the description for you. Come chat, good crew in there. And then additionally, Planeswalkers, feel free to flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video and other great ways for the channel. Always thankful for that support, and don't take it for granted, my friends. So with that, you stay safe, stay tuned. We got a lot of things coming your way, weekly meta stuff, top decks, you name it, we got it coming. So until next time, Planeswalkers, we'll see you again soon. Mythras out.